I don't really have an explanation for the following, other than I'm just going to leave it up to you to
come up with whatever theory you want.
The Chapel of Sacred Mirrors was based on a vision that Allyson and I had back in 1985, and it finally came to fruition in 2004. We opened our doors in New York City, in Chelsea, and for 5 years it was a nexus for visionary culture in Manhattan. Entered into an infinite vista of toroidal fountains and drains of light. And it seemed like every being in the universe was one of these balls of light, kind of like a cell in the body of God.
The only hardcore thing is that there is an extremely classified document dealing with religion about that fact. But why would there be any classified material dealing with religion?
I want to go back to the religion thing. I want you to say it.
It's so far out. It's just
all right. Your objection has been noted.
Okay.
What does it say?
It all starts with drawing, and really starts with altering your consciousness so that you have a vision.
That we're containers. That's how supposedly the aliens look at us. That we are nothing but containers.
Containers of
containers.
It seemed like this was what was really real behind the veil of the material world. Because consciousness is the ultimate medium. What you're trying to do is to have an experience that is worth sharing and then download it into another person's consciousness. I think
it's a great honor to be able to provide a container.
We are nothing but containers.
Containers of
containers. Maybe containers of souls. You can come up with whatever theory you want, but we're containers, and that's how we're mentioned in the document. That religion was specifically created
for creative uplifting.
So we have some rules and regulations for the sole purpose,
people
not damaging the container.
Have a place where they can go with their hungry soul, just to feel connected with other people who are good-spirited and have good intention.
But why would there be any classified material dealing with religion?
It raises your entire being to a higher level of
container.
It was all made of love. The light was love, and it connected us all.
We are nothing but containers.
Containers of
expectation of yourself.
In 2009, we moved up to the Hudson Valley to build a temple. And this is an experiment to download into another person's consciousness, spirit and community.
That religion was specifically created
to build a temple, to download into another person's consciousness.
So it's basically an infinite net. You can see the reflection of every other facet.
We traveled to arenas and festivals across the world to share with friends and to declare our commitment to
download into another person's consciousness.
That comes out of the psychedelic experience.
Building a sanctuary of visionary art.
To download into another person's consciousness.
The only hardcore thing is that there is an extremely classified document dealing with religion about that fact. We containers of souls. You can come up with whatever theory you want, but we're containers, and that's how we're mentioned in the document.
We studied sacred sites and spoke with spiritual community builders across 5 continents.
In 2014, the town planners approved the building of Entheon, transforming a 3-story carriage house into a stunning 12,000 square foot exhibition of the finest original works of visionary art.
Into another person's consciousness. I think we are a continuum of consciousness. Everything, everyone, everywhere, when, we're a continuum of God selves. And whether we recognize it or not is our own, stage on the path. So, I am you. You are me. Really. We are sacred mirrors.
lot about patterns in nature. So you see, like if you're watching a stream and it goes around rocks, there's chaos to that, but there's an incredible order to it. And when you're doing psychedelics, you experience the blending
into another person's consciousness.
The chaos and order becomes one. You see the pattern in nature. And even though it's called chaos, it's all made of the same thing. That's what I express in my work. The chaos in my work is made of the same material that the order is made of. It's all made up of
Containers of.
particles and waves, and particles and systems.
Containers.
Cells and systems. It makes up chaos and it makes up order. So chaos really is order. It's like a different kind of order. And when you do psychedelics, you resolve these polarities. You resolve all polarities. Entheon, Sanctuary of Visionary Art, exhibits works pointing to the sacredness of all
Containers.
and a future planetary civilization. Entheon offers a gathering place.
Maybe containers and souls, you can come up with whatever theory you want, but we're containers. And that's how we're mentioned in the document.
To be able to provide a container
Come up with whatever theory you want.
and a future planetary civilization. Entheon offers a gathering place.
Containers. And that's how we're mentioned in the document.
Entheon offers a gathering place, honoring all traditions that bring people closer to the divine. The Cosm Permanent Collection and the annually rotating exhibition of original works by accomplished masters of visionary art will celebrate the mystical experience, humanity's touchstone to spirit. Entheon is a legacy gift from the Love Tribe to the global family for contemplation, ceremonies, and spiritual creative programs.
Come up with whatever theory you want.
Art is an echo of the creative force that birthed the galaxies. Creativity is the way that the cosmos evolves and communicates with itself. The great uplifting of humanity beyond its self-destruction is the redemptive mission of art.
Come up with whatever theory you want, but we're containers. And that's how we're mentioned in the document. That religion was specifically created so we have some rules and regulations for the sole purpose of not damaging the container. About that, period. But why would there be any classified material dealing with religion?
I want to go back to the religion thing. I want you to say it.
It's so far out.
All right, your objection has been noted.
Okay.
What does it say?
That we're containers. That's how supposedly the aliens would have. That we are nothing but containers.
Containers of.
Containers. Maybe containers of souls. You can come up with whatever theory you want, but we're containers. And that's how we're mentioned in the document. That religion was specifically created so we had some rules and regulations for the sole purpose of not damaging the container.